Hey, what's going on everybody? Today I'm going to show you how you can create that classic future bass wobble effect. It's got to be one of the most classic sounds in future bass. It just gives it a lot of bounce, and I'm going to show you guys how you can do it in Serum using volume and using the filtering. I'm also going to show you guys a quick little way you can use this in not just future bass, but in really any genre. And if you're brand new to sound design, do not worry. I'm going to go over this step by step so everybody can follow along. So here's a quick listen to what the chords sound like in this mix. And all the presets in this project are from my top 100 Serum bank, inspired by DJ Mag, which if you're watching this in time when I upload it, it's not going to be out yet. It's going to be out this Friday. And if you're watching this later, you guys can check it out down below in the description. So the biggest thing when you're creating this sound is using LFOs. And if you aren't familiar with LFOs, all we're doing is drawing a shape, and then we can control the filter, we can control the volume, we can control anything in Serum, and whatever shape we draw is what it's gonna do. So we're gonna start this off with a fresh LFO down here. The first thing we have to do is adjust the rate of it. So I like to set it at an 1/8 note. You guys can set it at a 16. It's whatever sounds good for you. I'm at 186 BPM right now, which is extremely fast. So I'm gonna set it to 1/8. And then after that, we're going to put it in trig mode, because trigger mode starts it at the beginning every time and it keeps going. Envelope mode just goes once and then it stops. And the free mode is going to start it randomly. And we want this to start at the same exact spot every time and keep going. So the sound we have right now sounds like this. Just a standard sound. So what we have to do is dial back these volume knobs, dial these back, drag your LFO onto the volume, and then I also forgot, make sure you put it back in trigger mode. But now since it's on the volume, we're gonna get that kind of effect. And then we can also drag this onto the noise too. And then we can just dial it back by going down on these arrows right here. So that's how simple this sound can be, but I personally like to take it a step further. I like to shape the LFO just a little bit differently than what most people do. So we can take this top point right here, and if we hold down Alt or Option if you're on a Mac or Windows, if we hold that down, it's going to keep it along the grid. And I like putting it right here and then tightening it up a little bit, because this gives us a little bit of a tighter sound. I just think messing with that tightness a little bit just makes it a lot, I don't know, it just sounds a lot better to me. And you can also automate the rate of it. So in FL Studio, what you could do is move this around a little bit, right click up here, create automation of LFO rate 3, create automation clip. And then you can just draw it in to be something like this. And that's honestly how simple it is. Once you have the knowledge of how to actually make this kind of effect, you guys can put this on anything. And then for the filtering method, it's the same exact thing. So let's take all the LFOs on the volumes away. And then let's put the volumes back up to where they normally were. We can actually control left click it to put them back to default, just like that. And then let's head over to the effects section, go down to your filter, and then we're gonna take that same exact LFO. We're going to dial this filter back a little bit, MG low 18, it's just what I prefer. And then we can drag LFO 3 right on that. I personally prefer the first way just because I think it, it preserves a lot of that high end. But, this way sounds really cool, and it's honestly just two different tastes. And then with this, you can actually automate the filter cutoff too. So maybe we can tweak this a little bit, right click, create automation clip, and then you could do something like this. And once you know how an LFO works, it's just gonna unlock so many things for you. Now, let me show you a little way how we can do this in a non-future bass song. So another way we can use this is like a gate for a pad. And I like doing this in my breaks just to give them a little bit of bounce, and it just makes a really, not boring, but just a really sustained sound. Just gives it a little bit of feel. So here's what the boring chords sound like. So let's add an LFO tool on here. And LFO tool works exactly the same way as it does in Serum, but say we're using like a Silent or anything else, you guys can also do this. And I just wanted to show you guys another way to get this out of LFO tool. So we can put that down, put this up. We can hold down Option or Alt just to shape it a little bit. You can go just like this. That was kind of pointless, but it's okay. And then let's drag the volume up all the way to 100 so we get the full effect. So the sound has a little bit of bounce now, but we're gonna add a little more with a little bit of sidechain. Let's actually set it to 1/16, and then now if we automate it, it's gonna sound really cool. Now, this is only one other way of doing it, using it on non-feature based things, but definitely try to put this on everything because it's such a cool effect in general. So that's it for this. I just wanted to share this little technique, and it's not a huge thing. It's not like a huge game-changing thing, but I feel like knowing this could unlock some sounds for you guys, especially for everybody making feature bass. And if you guys liked all the presets in this video, they are all available down below in the top 100 Serum banks. So that's it for this one, and I will see you guys later. Peace.